Well, this video is more about graphics and lettering than painting, but I'm gonna try to do it all in one swoop. We'll see what happens. I've chosen a different font. Now I got to figure out how I want to do it. I suppose I could pick this. Yeah, we'll pick this and pick that. We'll do this first so you guys can see what the font is. It's a neon type layout font. Now I do everything in bounding boxes because I can register it. Now some guys do registration marks or whatever. I just found it easier to do the bounding boxes and lay one bounding box over the top of each other. And I have done a 7-color change, but this is only going to be 2-color. And how this is going to work, I'll go ahead and pick the first. That's actually the second stencil, but you get to see what the neon will look like. Then I got to come back and highlight it with an airbrush. And if I can pull this off, it should look pretty cool. Yeah. I was going to do gold leaf, but Annie brought it to my attention that gold is for warm colors and not cool colors, so this would probably look better. I could do a Route 66 sign. I got the 6s right here. It's going to take careful thought. Careful thought on how to do that. You don't want to pick that center one there on a second go around. Okay, here's what the neon part of it's going to look like. That'll be in magenta. The outside will be light blue, but this will be my medium blue inside here. So medium blue and magenta around it. Then I'll come back with my Creos airbrush and highlight these in white so it looks like it's glowing. So there's the bounding box. We can get that done. And if you wonder why I go NX, which they've done away with these numbers. N is for national, X is for experimental. And if you look at my old Viper pictures, they were always NX, not N, NX. Because it was an experimental airplane. And it still is. It's a work in progress. And I saw the preliminary plans. They're not finished yet, but I did see the preliminary plans. They're going to be on 2 sheets, I think, instead of 1 sheet. because he didn't want to crowd it up so bad, which is fine by me. So we'll get these picked. I'll get the airplane back up here and we'll see if we can't lay them out and see what it looks like. Remember, in the old days, this all was done by hand. It wasn't, I didn't have a sign plotter. You had to do it with tape. I did it. Okay, so now the next pick. The next pick is different. That's the neon side. Now we want to do the base side. Make this easy. We'll get the transfer tape here in a second. Simply Blues is going to be done in a font that looks like this. Okay, I gotta think here. How's this gonna work? We turn them upside down. All right. So the first thing to pick is this. And we're gonna pick it all. That. Then this. Then this. Yep, that's right. So this will get sprayed dark blue so that the whole thing is covered. Then that'll get overlaid and get sprayed magenta, and it should leave the outline. I hope. This is all experiment. I don't know. But I have I do have experience with these dual 2 and 3 and well, I did 7 layer back mask before, so this should work. I need to find a B flat note. That was a pretty good joke Dennis told last night. That way, it's an inside joke to the musicians. Now we got 12 watchers, no comments. Come on, guys, talk to each other. As stated several times, the super chats help. The chat helps. The comments in the videos help. The shares and the likes. Our metrics are really, since this month, have gone way up, really. Last month they weren't so good. And this month, because I've been harping on it, you guys have done a good job. I only got one shot to do this, so got to be perfect. I don't want to repaint this airplane. Get a drink of water. Shit, I got to go out in the car and get my 18-pack of water. Okay. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. We're 12 minutes in, and I've got this exercise ready to go for painting. Of course, the stencil took a while to do the artwork. If I was more of a computer guru, they might go quicker. And now I was given a tutorial on G code. I can bring in my 3-axis laser cutter and the laser cutter router. We can hook that bad boy up. Okay, now I need some transfer tape. You guys remember I bought extra transfer tape and then I found this stuff. So I got 3 rolls of this stuff, but you never know. I'm going to use it anyway, so. That is just wide enough for that. Not really. So we'll do it that way. Okay, where's there we go. Come on. There we go. Now they sell a little machine to put this on with, and I ain't got the money for all this stuff. So we'll just make do with what we got. On these, you want to make sure to get the air bubbles out so that when you put it down, it sticks to the airplane. And then we got to cut this bounding box out perfectly, because that is what's going to register these things one over the other. You only got to wait about maybe 10 minutes between colors. It's like no time, just enough for it to set up. Well, shit, this is only one side. I got to do this again. Crap. I got to do this twice. All these twice. Top and bottom. Might as well get it set to start cutting out there. So thought I did it enough for top and bottom. Should I? Yeah, we'll see how this is. Like I say, it represents a neon sign. So far, you guys haven't been disappointed with my choices. So, oh no. Damn. It's hard to talk and do this. God, the static. Oh, well, you want to be like that? Hell with you. Probably going to get a gray shadow behind it. I'll airbrush it in after it's on, so that it looks like it's sticking off the airplane. White highlights on top, gray shadow behind. Believe it or not, I used to do this kind of double whammy without clear transfer tape. I used to do it through the opaque masking tape. It still came out good, but this will help so I can see when this is on the airplane and sprayed. I can lay this right over the top, register it right over the top, and lay it down. and spray my magenta. We hope it works. Now maybe I'll do something different on the bottom instead of this on the bottom. Maybe a sunburst or something to wake everybody up when it turns up the hill. I still got the wicks and the stun hanger. I don't know what other decals I've got to get on it, but Simply Blues. The musical notes, the top hat. There's a lot of stuff to do yet. A lot of more. I don't know if you saw it last night while I was on the hangout. I found a little pinhole in the stabilizer, of course, on top. So I had to put a piece of tissue on top of it. It needs a couple more coats of clear and then some light blue on it. Can't win. Where I had nicked it with a knife, it looks like. The only bad thing about beam wings, open base stabilizers and elevators, flaps, they're really prone to poking through, unless you got polyspan on it. And I would use polyspan. Good morning, Marcel. I would use polyspan if it wasn't so damn heavy, because it's good stuff. What you give up on polyspan, this airplane would be 2 ounces heavier than it is right now. And I don't find that acceptable. This is not a Bondo spreader. This is a vinyl spreader. Big difference. This is hard as a rock. Unlike a Bondo spreader. Sendo the Bondo. Now you can do the same thing I'm doing here with shelf paper. It's just that you manually have to cut it out. Of course, my sign plotter would probably cut shelf paper. But if you don't have a sign plotter, you're kind of stuck. You got to do it by hand. So you could get some shelf paper, cut it out, any design you wanted, to put some transfer tape on it and put it down. But shelf paper is not really made for painting. It's very, very, very low tack. And what happens is if you have to paint 2 coats on it, the solvent attacks it and it'll pull up and causing the blow back. And what you're going to get, which I'm going to get with this anyway, I can just about guarantee it. That nothing ever is perfect unless it's a car, you know, it's got a super flat finish on it. Where model airplane, the tissue, first off, it's, you know, the rib base, and second off, it's kind of porous, and if it's porous, you're going to get overspray. Now, if it was a foam wing and it was sanded real good, real flat, had a coat of clear on it, it probably would work just like putting it on a refrigerator or a car or something. But there again, wait, all that weight. I measured this, or I weighed it, and the airplane's at 29 ounces, so I'm still doing okay. Get rid of these. After getting all the tape and shit off, that tape is heavy. I thought it was 30. Maybe it's 30. I don't know. 29 to 30 ounces. But it'll be 32 with a clear on it, I'm sure. So this finish will be an 8-ounce finish. I don't know why I can't get that 6-ounce finish. Because I ain't added no more paint to it. It's just such a big airplane. I think we'll put these on the top because I might do something different on the bottom. We know it has to have an AMA number on top, but it doesn't have to have one on the bottom. Okay, let's set them on there, see what it looks like. Get this stuff off the bench, get the airplane. You know, you guys who have said something on Stun Hanger about watching these videos, I really appreciate it. But what a slap in the face it is for those people who were on Stuka who said, I don't know what I'm talking about. You can't do that. Yeah, right. This is Missouri. You're going to have to show me. Get rid of this. Because I used to tell people what I did, and they would say, you can't do that on Stuka. All these bigwig hot dog flyers. Well, I've only been doing it at that time was about 50 years. Now it's 60 years. Okay, we're gonna get the airplane and then you can't do that. Okay. Okay, let's work on that side first. The first part is not so bad. It's the second placement that's tough. You know, getting the first piece down is not a big deal. That second one, that's a bitch. So we want our letters right there. And over here, we want our letters right there. Let's see here. I think we're going to need to cut that bottom one. Cut that bottom line so that they're both the same, which is, I didn't think of that when I set the bounding boxes up. You take 1/8 of an inch off of that. Ah, shit. It's related to lift, Roberto. We build our inborn wings longer by 3/4 of an inch to shit. Some I've seen them 3 inches. I think the All American is 3 inches longer, so that it creates more lift. So the airplane wants to roll out, and you have to use less wingtip weight because the wingtip, all the wingtip weight is for, is to offset the weight of the lines so that the wings fly level. So we're setting this up as a sprint car to turn left. So in order to turn left, you got to run stagger, meaning the wing is longer on the inboard side to cause it to roll out, if that makes sense. I also give, because the wing offers no lift on overhead, you're only relying on the side of the fuselage as your lifting surface, your lifting body. So you run the motor offset. So when you're overhead, you got line tension. Hope that makes sense. So we need to cut 1/8 of an inch off this and pray to God that I can get it. It's either that or raise it up 1/8. Yeah, we'll raise it up 1/8. That would be better. That keeps the boxes the same. So okay. All right, great. Okay, what I did was, like an idiot in a hurry, I didn't make this bounding box the same dimension. It's just slightly smaller. So they're not on the same plane. So, I mean, it's close. Your eye probably wouldn't pick it up, but I don't want to give anybody, hey, what are you going to do about that? So we'll move it up 1/8 of an inch off the trailing edge. So we got a hand space there. It's center this up a little better. I'm online, Chris. Okay. Right there. So the first coat of paint is going to be this color right here. You guys, right? It's going to be this color right here. The second will be the magenta. The outline of it will be magenta. Then I'll come back with white highlights and give it little dots and sparkles with an airbrush, and then come back with an airbrush and highlight around the one side of it to give it a gray shadow, like it's sticking off the airplane. Thought I had a paint bugger there, but I don't, so that's good. I need to back that camera stand up so I can get the nose around it. There we go. We want this 1/8 inch off the trailing edge, centered. Actually, no, we'll make it equal. We'll make it equal that way. They symmetrical. Like my measuring tape there. Let's see how I did. I'll get a real ruler and we'll see. I think that's about right. Maybe this way a little bit. We'll check both sides. I think this one's fine. Yep. Actually, this one can go out this way some more. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5. I got 5 to there. 5 to there, so that's probably right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Actually, it needs to split that. You know, one thing I didn't do, I need to wipe this thing off before I get too wound up on doing this. So we'll get my $80 a gallon NX stuff. Denatured alcohol, part. Where the hell did it go? Lacquer thinner. ATX. This stuff here, I'll never buy again. Way overpriced. But I got it, I might as well use it. You know, when I ordered it, when I go to the paint store, I usually don't ask how much is it. You need it, so you just order it and they bring it up. And when they hit me with that price tag, I went, holy crap, never again. Let's see what's on that. Unfortunately, it does not cover that. Good morning. No, these were shirts that I did. I think this one was 2018. I haven't done any stunt hanger shirts, and well, there are some stunt hanger shirts available on Teespring. Chicken wings but I haven't updated the store. They're all old designs. I'm just one guy. I just don't have enough time to do all this stuff. I'm going to move that one because there's a bugger I want to hide. I used to print these myself, but here again, I'm one guy, no help. I'm really not in this to make money. I'm just in this to keep the website afloat, you know. Okay, we got to hide that spot, and that one would hide that spot if I put it over the top of it. So how much am I going to have to be off? have to be right there. And that would look fine, I guess. That'll be fine. Let's see where we're at here. This is 3 3/4, 3 3/4 to here. It'll be fine. I wish it was over one bay. Think about this for a second. It's either that, it's either off a little bit, or that low rib. Let me see if I can find a link to my storefront. You guys can look around in there. I mean, but they're all old prints. But I got chicken wings and Al Rabe's Wiggly Tea and see Teespring. There we go. Stun hanger. Oh shoot! I should have went to stores. Stores. There we are. View store. Here's a link to my stun hanger Teespring store. Explore apparel. These are chicken wings. They're not bad, but thanks, Gary. Face. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can find an older store. Oh, dashboard. There we go. Listing. Got hanger rash, new colors and styles. Well, that shirt. If you want this shirt, it's from 2018. Product images. Let's see here. It's Brodak. Let's see here. How can I save? View changes. There we are. If you want this shirt that I got on, Control C, Control V, paste, but it's from 2018. You can get it there. And you can get it any color you want. Purple, green. Anyway, I don't want to monkey with shirts right now. But I used to do those myself. Because I did screen printing for a while. I did a lot of stuff. Okay, let's see if we can get this off of here and make it work. Where's the knife? Shit, I hate when that happens. There we are. Well, this couldn't be any more difficult. There we are. Couldn't be any more difficult. We certainly wouldn't want it to go easy. He's gonna screw up. Come on. Okay. We're gonna have to think of a better way to do this. Yay. Saved it. It's a little off. Whatever. It'll be fine. Hey, it went down good. What do you know? At least it's off in the right direction. Put it down in it. Take these damn rings off. Okie dokie. That laid down pretty damn good there, so we're in good shape. I don't think I'm going to use tin foil on this. I have a chance of poking a hole in the wing. And I'll use paper. So, in seeing that we had a good result going left to right or right to left, we'll do that on this side instead of trying to do it top to bottom, because the wing is curved. So it's a dance, learn as you go. Papers. You know, I actually think I need a different color blue than that blue. So we're going to mix up another color blue for the letters. So we'll go from left or right to left instead of top to bottom. We need a blue that's more this color than that color. So this we'll mix a new color. That way it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors of blue, green, and black. Because black and white. So it'll be 7 colors. Eight colors, including the gray. Still going to get a magenta pinstripe behind the leading edge there too. Like a neon tube. Come on. Hope I can get this to lay down as good as I did that one. There we go. Okay. So I held it off an 1/8. Shouldn't have dropped it. It might be okay yet. That looks good. Looks like we got it. Except for that spot right there, maybe. I'll just see when I get this off. There's been a lot of skeptics on letter font choice and color, and just wait till it's done. I think you'll like it. I mean, I do take all suggestions, but I got kind of an idea where I want to go with it. Right. It's an optical illusion. Good. Alrighty. I'm just thankful that girl spent that time with me mixing that paint because she didn't have to do it. I mean, it was way out of the norm. Let's get some paper. I'm going to run the compressor, so turn your microphones down. Yeah, I'll bet. I am no better than any one of the airplanes on the first 3 rows. The only thing I do is show you how to do it. And that is actually a plus for our community that somebody is finally taking the time to show you how to do it. Everything was always such a big mystery, big secret. You know, I would see them guys, this is in the 70s, I would see them guys with perfect lines on lettering. You know, perfect sharp lines, no bleeds under the tape. How the hell did they do that? Because the tape that we were using back then was crepe masking tape. It was kind of a manila color, really shit, about 20 cents a roll. And every time you sprayed it, it bled under the tape. So then somebody told me, well, spray it with clear first. That way, the clear is what bleeds under the tape and it seals it up. Well, that was better, but it still wasn't quite right. Then I found out, they're using plastic tape. They're not using crap tape like I'm using. But nobody told me. I had to figure it out from a paint shop. We used to do all this stuff with masking tape, shelving paper. This is before the vinyl cutters, before 2000s, up to the 90s. I would say that I hand lettered lots of stuff with a brush. And yeah, that's okay. But it wasn't quite right. Then I found out, they're using sign plotters. So Gary and I went to the sign store and had them cut us some vinyl sign material and then sprayed through that. Well, let me tell you something. If you ever use vinyl sign material as masking paper, you're damn lucky if you can get it off the airplane without pulling the covering off, because it's pretty high tech. Then found out, well, there is a product, a sign mask. So if somebody don't tell you, you just don't know. And it makes it tough. A lot of my airplanes in the 90s were hand striped and hand lettered because I didn't know. Well, now I know, and now you know. And those crisp lines, no, Yogi, you say that. I mean, like I say, the first 3 rows are very, very, very nice airplanes, and it's beauties in the eye of the beholder. I just thought I got hosed this year, 16 points for an airplane that didn't have any mistakes on it. Because I spent a month fixing all the mistakes. I was not happy about that. Just like the Gunder. he's got an airplane, I think it's called Big Red. It's very plain, but it's a front row airplane, and it's never on the front row because it's plain. That just ain't right. Frank Gunder. You look at that airplane, there ain't no flaws on it, but it's just plain. So what? But there's no spray shine on it either. It's all dope. I think the most I seen him get was 17 points. And it's at least an 18 or a 19. I've seen him get as much as 14 for that airplane, which is totally stupid. Because the guys that they get judging aren't builders. And it was really bad when the pylon guys used to judge appearance. Because all they know is spray shine. And that's like Burns, Ron Burns with his flat scale airplane. Shit, that should have won the concourse. That was definitely a front row airplane. But it was on the last row. It just ain't right. Okay, we're going to tape this and we're going to mix a different color blue. Not going to worry about this because it's airbrush and just small areas. Okay, so we want, we're empty on the medium blue there. I'm going to have to pour some more in there, mix some more up. Where's my medium blue? That ain't it. This is light blue. Where's the medium? That's green, that's black. Medium, there we go. Now because we need so little, I'll get one of my baby mason jars. Take the medium blue here. We're going to lighten it up the stage with some white. Should go the other way. White, then add the medium blue. Let me get the gallon of white, I guess. So I got to make another run to Wix. I got to get another Q1050 insignia white. Of course, I don't have any airplanes to paint right now, but this is empty almost. Can't be out of clear and it can't be out of white. Or else you're naked. Like when I had my motorcycle, it had to run. I don't care if I didn't ride it, it had to run. Be sitting in the garage at a moment's notice that I could jump on it and go. I did not like broken down motorcycle. So, I mean, I probably got there's about an inch in the bottom of that, enough to do a base coat maybe. Okay. Half white. Then we'll mix that blue in there. Got to take this off the bench. I've learned my lesson about hammering paint next to my airplane. If you're smart, you only do shit once. You don't do it over and over again. Learn your lesson. So now, I wonder if I should use the Insignia blue to tint it or this. I'll use Insignia blue to tint it because this would just be lighter. It would not be. Insignia blue is more like a straight pigment than that. Take too much of that. Yeah. Yeah. That would have been a disaster. Put the lid on without the lid on it. That'd be good. So hopefully it's in between. Well, it ain't that color and it ain't that color. Oop. Better add a little bit more. Might add a touch of orange to it to brighten it up a little bit. Can't afford no paint shaker. Yeah, it's looking like mud. It's not. It's light blue, but it's the wrong light blue. So yellow and blue make green. So if I add some yellow, it'll go green blue. If I add some red, it'll go brown blue. So I think we'll just add some more blue and see what happens. Let me get a paint stick to stir with it. So you guys get in an art class today on how to mix shit. There we go. Just need some more insignia. Probably need some more yet. Actually, I'm not sure that I like that color either. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more, and if it don't come around, I'm just going to use that. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Actually, it'd be better on the wider scale. Take this hue here and lighten it up once more, because we're trying to emulate light. So I put this on, it'd be dark. Add some white to it, it'd be brighter. Okay, we got the hue. I just need to lighten it up. So get another little jar of white. Get rid of this. Okay, where are you? Yep, here we go. So we got sprayable white here. That's the hue, but it needs to be lighter. I got sprayable white here, and I'll add that into this jar here. Clean this mess up. This is sprayable, so I just tint this, and we should be good to go. Okay. Now, just a little at a time in that. Mwah. Come on, get on there. Now we're back to the powder blue again. Just a smidge more. I swear, if I can't get it this time, it's gonna be Obama blue. Obama blue. Yeah. Dull. Okay, a little bit more. I'll just stir it. I wonder if I got any of that other blue left. Well, this is a failed experiment. It's just not going to come around to what I want. This is too, I mean, this would work, this darker one, but it'd be hard to match. So I think we're just going to go with this. Which is this color here. Yeah, this is a better looking blue than either one of these. These would be all right for a base color, but not for a letter. Let me look under the bench and see if I got some metallic blue. And these would be good highlights somewhere. All these colors that you mix or whatever, don't throw them away, because you can mix them all together and make mud and use it as a base. Boy, that would have been dangerous. So I don't like either one of these blues that I mixed. I'm not going to waste any more paint figuring out what to do here. I mean, I could paint it white. I could paint it white. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint those white. I'm not even going to paint them blue. white with a magenta border. The only bad thing is it's not very opaque. Well, let's paint them white, and I've been known to change my mind. Thinner, thinner, thinner. Here we go. Yeah, I just figured out what I could do. I could paint them white with blue shadow, and then paint them maroon. White wish orange. Yeah, we're gonna get some of that stuff, but yeah, I got an idea. I got an idea. Well, that's the white on that one. We'll do 2 coats. Yeah, that orange might help. I can do that with a brush because those are short strokes. Does everybody see how quick a paint job can change? You know, I wanted them blue. Trying to mix some blue. I'm trying to make it look like neon. Those blues are not going to do it. So, bang, idea comes up. We'll just paint them white. And that orange pinstripe deal might be a valid option. I can take my pinstriping brush and highlight some strokes on the upper left, and on the lower left do some black. Let me get this crap off the bench and knock it. I got the sign plotter running right now, debating. What do you guys think? You think I ought to do the same thing on the bottom? I mean, it's a lot of work. It's probably going to be a 3-hour job. Or something different. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll brighten it up. Okay, that's that part of the job. Now the hard part. Now the hard part. Did I do it right? I did. I did. If I can get them in there square. Yeah, so the lettering is going to be a 4-color job. It's going to be white. It's going to have the magenta pinstripe around the outside to indicate the neon. And then we might hit it with some orange on the top left and black on the bottom right. That'd be 4-color. Yeah, for you guys who've never been to the Nationals, trust me, the first 3 rows, so there's at least 25 to 30 airplanes that are every bit as nice as mine. Every bit. There are a lot of good builders in the country. We ain't done yet. We got a long way to go here on this job. Let's save these pieces and put them back on. Okay, so these got to come off without taking up the stencil. Without poking a hole in my covering. Where the hell did the knife go? There it is. Ouch. Stick yourself with a knife. Okay, I'm going to reuse those. Now, I know I'm going to hear it. There's a bigger gap back here by 1/8 of an inch than there is out here. The wing's tapered, so it's on straight. Okay, that part. Yeah, I would do these by hand, but I don't know. Are your hydroplanes covered with urethane? If I was going to urethane this, I could go ahead and use one-shot sign painter's paint and hand letter and hand stripe this. But I don't use urethane because it's heavy. So I use dope. And if I used one shot on this and hand lettered it, which I have done in the past, what happens is the dope attacks it and it wrinkles. It just bad reaction. Like the Viper that I show, Viper 2 that I show on the opener, the blue one. I painted that and then I hand lettered over the top of it using a hardener in the one shot. But that was the original one shot with lead in it. And the one shot I have now has no lead and it's not as durable. And I do have hardener, but it won't stick. I tried it. Remember, I tried it on my my Tucker and the Juno or Junar. It don't stick. So I can only do what I can do. That's basically why I did. Yeah. That's basically why I did the Monado Gold Leaf for Dummies video. I used dope as a sizing because I wasn't sure whether the sizing that we use, and now I know that it does work because it's water based, was compatible with dope. Because it would be absolutely terrible to get done with a job, start adding your top coat, and have everything wrinkle off. That would make me want to stomp it. Okay. Now the hard part. Now the very, very, very hard part. Get in this second stencil to lay perfectly on there. Oh, God. Yeah, I got wicked colors. I do have wicked paint. But are you using dope for a top coat or a urethane? That's important. Dope is a lacquer base, and it ain't happy over enamels or water base. Let me get rid of this. Fill this up. See which one is it. This is the dark blue. Can't tell which is which. That's black. So we got black. I don't even have any of this mixed up in that. Okay. Better not get rid of that yet. I just set it there. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is right here. Pour some of this off. Yeah. See, big difference, Terry. I could do a lot more in graphics if I was using urethane, but I'm not. So I go with what I know and make it happen. I do cheat sometimes though. And I used to use urethane. I got it here. I told that girl that I got some of their Acme brand clear 20 years ago or 15 years ago. Let's see, how many years ago? Let me figure out. It was 07. 07 from 23. It's 15 years old. I got a can of paint, a can of Acme Clear, and a bottle of Acme Hardener that's 15 years old. That's still good. And I've used it. You know, usually when you crack the top, it takes the nitrogen out of it, and then it's no good. Well, I told her that. I said, you know, you guys are cheating. I believe that they have put an additive in the hardener to make it go bad after 6 weeks or whatever. Because the old stuff, the stuff that's 15 years old, is still good. That ain't right. It's just like Apple and their batteries. You know, they programmed obsolescence to make you buy more. It ain't right. And dope is expensive, but it's really not as expensive as urethane, I don't believe. Actually, to be honest with you, it's kind of like DeWalt versus Makita. If you're on the DeWalt platform and you got all DeWalt batteries, why buy Makita? Because then you got to buy all Makita batteries. You know, if they all interchange like Chevy parts used to, it'd be fine, but they don't. Nothing interchanges shit. Okay, let's see if we get this on here. Better get a drink of water. This is the very, very, very hard part. You don't get this on right, you're screwed. Man, it looks like I skated by. Come on now. Goes that other way. I don't care about that. Come on. Okay, let's take it off. Oh, I see what it did. I see what it did. That stays down. Yeah, it's gonna be a little off there, but it'll be all right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, this one's ready for its second color. Hello, go for it painting. Maybe you come to the States and teach me how to paint. That'd be good. That'd be good. Now, can we do this one? So we want to peel in that direction. So we want to start here. Okay. That magenta should pop on white. It looks okay on blue, but it should really pop on white. Man, it wasn't hard. Usually these are very difficult to get laid down right. The gods are with me today. So we'll be painting here in 15 minutes, and not even 15, probably 10 minutes, and taking tape off in 20. We'll have her done. Then I'll do some starburst things on it, all kind of crazy shit. Maybe outline that. No, I won't outline it in black pen. Let's see what he says here. $90 for turkey. Holy shit. Well, I was invited for Thanksgiving dinner at a swank restaurant, and they're buying, so I'm eating. Bidenomics is really good. We're getting the hose, guys. We're getting the hose. Oh, no, that's right. Okay. Man, this is way better than I thought. Way better than I thought. We'll get that on the back stroke here. She's coming together. Come on now. Perfect. We don't care about that. I just paint there. We do care about the D. We got to get that D out of there and leave a double ghost. If I don't talk sometimes, it's because I'm holding my breath. I mean, sharp knife around silk span is not a cool thing. I think that's what happened back there. What it looked like. Okie dokie. Let's taper up and paint away. I know some of you'll like it and some of you'll hate it, but this is what I've decided. Well, Danny, for my birthday, got me a steak. This steak was 2 inches thick. It had to be a pound, maybe more, 16, 18-ounce steak. And they were $50 a piece. Just for the meat, not for the dinner, just for the meat. Because he cooked them. That is ridiculous. This one went over here. This one here. This one is a shorty or a long one. It's a shorty. It goes here under this one. Try to keep oriented in the same spot because it works so good. This one over here. Or went down there, but same thing. Now we got the long ones. So we got 2 hours in on doing lettering on this thing. Should take time. This is too short, so we're gonna have to make one piece of paper. I got one piece in the wrong spot somewhere. That's what I got. This one goes up here. But you go up there until this one goes on. There we go. I was thinking about using the Airstrike font, shadowed Airstrike, but I found this neon font for glass blowers. I thought, okay. I'll use this. Hi, Nelson. And you say, well, it's already taped. Why are you double taping? Because the stickum is low, and you don't want to chance any overspray going under there. So just buck up and double tape. That way you know it's not going to go under there. Because it'd be a disaster to shoot magenta under there. You guys are really trying to get me to put orange on this thing, but I don't want no orange. Orange is a hot color. I want a cool color. Be the coolest. Got to be the coolest. Ta-da! Let's add a little more thinner to that magenta because it was coming out of the gun. Actually, no. Let me see how it works. Thinner, thinner, thinner. Where are you? Thinner. It sprays okay. One more check. Only got one shot to do this, so it's got to be right. We'll do 2 coats again. Of course, falling down. It's puce! It's pink! Yeah, we'll give it a break here for a second, because that's the car paint. It's the car toner, so it even smells different than dope. But it does work, so that's all we care about. I'm going to take this airplane back and show her what her hand in it was when it's done. Just a young girl. Big old heavy set gal. But she was so nice to stop doing what she was doing to mix this for me. I mean, she dropped everything and said, "Oh yeah, we can do it." It's been about 2 hours for $35. It's not a big profit margin there. Not a big profit margin. Hey, Craig, did you get your motor? Yeah, I weighed it. It's 30 ounces. Did you get your motor? I haven't checked on the tracking. The kangaroo drop it off for you? Well, that's pretty sad. I'm going to hate to have to go down to the postal inspectors and raise hell again. But I will. If you don't get it in a month, I will. Unbelievable. Not yet. Not yet. It's still wet. So we'll get it here in a minute. We'll lift it up. She's done. We'll get the final version. I may not like it at all. I may have to redo it. That would be a bummer, but I've been known to do shit like that. I moved that 16 on the shoestring in one evening. I moved it 3 times to make it perfect. Put it on, didn't like it, took it off, moved it over half an inch, put it on, no, still not enough, moved it over again. Three times I did that. Well, they go down there and pick it up. Tell them, hey man, your kangaroo's late. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Months ago, I sent that tour pack to England. It took 2 weeks to get there, but it went via ship. I don't think it went on airplane. I only got 2 coats of paint on the Viper. Yeah, that's right. It's covered. I mean, I could hit it again, but it's pretty covered. Shit. It'll be fine. Well, I sent it first class. I mean, with a tracking number and all that. $37 or whatever the hell it was. Which I think is ridiculous. But they got to make money too. They got to support all them people standing around not doing anything. You got to support them. Yep, it's dry enough now. Okay. We ain't gonna be a fool, and we're gonna heat it up a little bit. Need a heat gun that has a on-off switch instead of this unplug and plug it in. Stupid thing. Top flight gun. The switches are shit. Took a crap. I had to rewire it so it's constantly on. Of course, I'm hard on my stuff. So that's why I buy Snap-on. Well, the one spot I was worried about came out perfect, so good shape. Good shape. It needs a little more heat. Well, let's see what the letter's gonna look like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I just need some shadow and some highlight. It'll be right in there. That'll be a 2-hour deal too. Doing shadows and highlights. Gotta be more careful. Small touch up right there. Yeah. Just from pulling wrong. Just from pulling wrong. That's okay there. Maybe that'll be all right when I. Might need to outline them. Gotta be slower. That's all. Take my time. Take my time. No rush. It'll be fine. Oh, I just poked a hole in the wing. Shit. With my knuckle. Not a big deal, but Jesus Christ. Why can't I get through this stuff? Well, I have to break out the patch material. That's how thin the covering is on this thing. And you won't be able to tell that there's a hole right there, right with my knuckle. You won't be able to tell, it's just a pain in the ass. So that's 2 patches I got on the top. Isn't that a bitch? As long as I don't do it in one of these letters, we'll be all right. Okay, can you guys see that right there? We'll get to fixing that right away before I untape that other side. I won't go to bed till that is completely fixed and disappeared. That's a fucking thing. I didn't have this much problem with the other paint job. Of course, it wasn't this complicated either, though. This is a complicated paint job. Okay, we got that done. What do you think? Look okay? However, I now have a hole the size of a quarter there. So we'll get a piece of tissue and the brush and the clear. I'm just thankful this happened before the clear went on. because then it's a disaster to fix. I mean, it all can be fixed, but it's just a pain in the ass. So, camera in hand, I'll show you how to make it disappear. Right there, that's my knuckle that went through the covering right there. And there's the lettering. Not quite finished yet. It'll get highlights, maybe some and a gray shadow behind it, so it looks like it's sticking up off the covering. I'll airbrush that in when it's dry. But first, we got to fix this hole. And trust me, it will go away. You won't be able to tell it was there. It's just a pain. It's one of them deals. So we get a piece of silk spin, we tear a circle. Like so. I get some water, wet it down. Yeah, oh crap, yeah. It'll go away. You won't be able to tell. I get some water here. Probably too big. Keep it down to a dull roar. It's all flattened out. I ought to pull that up with a knife. Yeah. Take this back off. Pull it up so it doesn't leave a low there. Still gonna leave a low. So let's get some dope on it, see what it does. There it goes, top coat. Here we go. Get a brush. Get a brush. Get a brush. This shit. Get the oil off of it. It's more lacquer thinner than that. I got more in the garage. Okay, that's one coat. Let's put another coat on this back one over here that I fixed last night. Don't have to do that too many damn times. Well, it raised up, so that's good. So it should be fine. Try not to do it on the other side. Black there in this tub. Wipe this out. Here again, more Chinese shit. The seal is not sticking down. Have to glue it down with something. It'll be fine. You know it will. Okay, stuck on there now. It'll be fine. Just pain in the butt. This one is 2 coats and it looks good. Okay, let's take off the other tape. Untape the other side. I don't unplug this compressor gonna run. See if we can refrain from doing that on this. I already took my rings off. Can't believe my knuckle went through it. Must have been pretty weak. That's what I get for using free flight stuff. We're at 2 o'clock already. Tuesday, 2 o'clock. So we got one little spot there that could be an issue. I gotta get some inner coat on this and ink lines, more lettering, a whole bunch of shit more. Okay, let's give her a whirl, Earl. Try not to poke the covering. Try not to poke the covering. So tenacious. Hey, the spot that I thought was going to be a problem is not a problem. Why couldn't you do that on the outside? Okay. So what do you guys think of that lettering? Is that appropriate for this airplane? Would you rather seen gold leaf? I don't think gold leaf would have looked good on it. It would have been just blah. Now this does need some black highlight or gray highlights, and maybe we'll use the orange like he said to make these letters glow. But I got to get some glow on this, so it's going to be white or something to. Let's see what's going on out here. Oh, that fixed. I mean, it pulled up, so that's good. So now we'll get a little sandpaper on it and give it another coat. And then I'll dust some blue on it. It'll go away. Don't get excited. It'll be fine. Let's see. We want 400. Yeah, bummer. Okay, that's one coat of clear. This is two coats back here. Let's see this one. This is two. This little hole here came from, I'm sure it came from when I was picking it with a knife. But it'll go away too. You kind of got to know when to stop though, because what ends up happening is that this spot will be finished better than the rest. And then it sticks out. So you stop when it's finished the same. Because it's under the clear. And the clear hardens everything up too, by the way. The clear is a lot harder than the color. Okay, that's that part. Let's give them both another coat. So that would be 3 on that. So it'll be enough. So I sanded that. Yeah. So this is 2. Got a little hair on it still. I might take 4 on that one. I can't tell you because I never did it before. I'm using these sign painting brushes on. It's so much better than a hobby shop brush. This is an Andrew Mack 162 1/2 inch brush. It's a lettering brush. It's a synthetic hair brush, but you get very little brush strokes with it. Not like them hobby shop brushes. It looks like you applied it with a roller. Let's put another coat on this. It'll be fine. You'll never see it. Okay, that's good enough on that for now. And then hit it again with sandpaper and one more coat, and then should be able to spray it. Now I need to make my decisions on what I'm going to do with the lettering to make it really outstanding. I'm thinking about getting my Creos illustrating airbrush and doing the highlights. First, we got to get all the nibs off, and it ain't quite ready yet to take them off. To card it. I got to think about Simply Blues here, and another pinstripe goes up there. Let me get this brush cleaned up. I don't want to ruin this brush. Yeah, a lot of people were trying to talk me out of this magenta, but I like it. Here's the brush. Up. Focus, focus. 1/62 1/2 inch Andrew Mack. I got to study some neon signs. I got to see how they appear. And then I'm going to have to try to interpolate that into a flat space. I know I want gray drop shadow on these. So if the drop shadow's here, all the highlights are going to go on the right-hand upper side. So I got to mix up some gray. But I got to wait until the flashing, I can get the flashing off this stuff before I can do the drop shadows. And that'll all be freehand. Hopefully I got a steady enough hand anymore. I can't remember whether I do or not to do that. There's a spot right here that's not very, I need to repair. Right on the trailing edge. Not very good. Shit. I mean, it would probably, I could probably just clear it and it would, but then again, it might act up. It's covering so damn thin. I think I'll fix that. There's one right there too. I'll put a long piece right there and might as well. Bitch. As long as I'm fixing, might as well get them all fixed. That's what you get for being a perfectionist. And like I say, normally I wouldn't even bother with this, but I'm trying to make it, a super nice model. I know damn well that during the heat of the summer, that covering has a chance to split right there. And we don't want that. Of course. Bird. Hello. Yeah, I'm home. Yeah, come on front to the front. I'll come in and let you down. Open up. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, I gotta go. That's my roofer, and he's gonna fix a leak that I got. And we'll see you in a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.